A pregnant woman was walking in the rain. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning struck her. The pregnant woman was rushed to the hospital. The doctor told her husband the pregnant woman was dead. The baby survived. The doctor took the man to the baby's room. The man heard the baby crying. When he went in, he saw it. The baby was white and hairless. The man was going to give up the baby. The baby seemed to sense the father's decision. The detection device showed an abnormal signal. The man cried and left the baby's room. An unidentified black color was left on the device. The police found a couple of elderly people died accidentally. The teacups dropped on the floor were not normal. The police went into the basement. A voice came from the darkness. The grown-up Jilly came out of the darkness. Jilly grew up in the basement. There were a lot of books in the basement. Jilly knew them all by heart. For the first time, Jilly stepped out of the basement. As Jilly approached the car, the siren suddenly started to play. The sheriff also made a startling discovery. There were many lightning rods on the roof. Jilly poked and prodded the spoon in her hand. The spoon obediently stood on the table. Just as Jilly let go of his hand, all the spoons on the table were sucked in. Jilly was new to the world and didn't know how to control his powers. In physics class, Mr. Jeff was explaining electricity. He closed the curtains. He brought out a special machine. The machine allows everyone to see the presence of electricity. Jilly's expression was a bit unusual. A paperclip fell on the table. Jilly's hands were shaking from the book. Jilly's body began to tremble. Jeff also saw Jilly's abnormality. A bolt of electricity passed through the classroom and struck Jilly's chest. The students hid in the corner in fear. One current turned into two. The electricity continued to flow into Jilly's body. Jilly began to flow. Jeff looked surprised. He quickly turned off the power. Then he smashed the machine with a stool. Jilly was lying on the ground. His body smelled burnt. Jeff touched Jilly's shoulder. An electric current passed through Jeff's body. A bolt of lightning strikes Jilly in the chest. Jilly runs in the direction of the lightning. Although Jilly tries to blend in, but is not accepted. He has no choice but to leave. A boy raises his gun and points it at Jilly. Jilly gives the boy a kind look. A gunshot rings out in the distance. Everyone runs over to see. The boy's father had shot a deer. Jilly slowly walks towards the deer. The boy's father doesn't understand what Jilly is doing. Jilly put his hand on the deer's wound. Jilly's other hand grabbed the boy's father. The deer struggled on the ground. The boy's father feels the deer's pain. Jilly reads the boy's dad's mind and makes him feel the deer's pain. The boy aims his gun at Jilly. Jilly didn't let go. With a gunshot, Jilly finally let go. The boy's father had fear in his eyes. Jilly looks at the deer lying on the ground. Several people look at Jilly in horror. Jilly's eyes were filled with sadness. He was just trying to stop the killing this way.